Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Jabbit, Billy knocks on Jack's office door. His brother is glad he stopped by, he has something to discuss with him. Billy first tells him he let Phyllis go. She didn't have the bandwidth to focus on the company. Jack thinks he made the right decision. Billy relays that he's already found a replacement, Sally Spectra. Jack questions him. Isn't that like replacing one potential problem with another? Billy opens up. Billy gets his back up and argues that Sally ran Newman Media. Jack says, for a short time. He thinks this is a knee-jerk reaction and questions if Sally would tell him no if the moment required it as Phyllis would. Billy insists he made the right decision. Jack's not convinced. It's a big risk. Billy reminds him people thought the same thing about Diane working there. What's the difference? Jack says Diane proved everyone wrong, and he's not questioning Sally's intelligence. He just wonders what happens when they have to bring work home. He and Diane have years together to navigate that. This could put pressure on Billy's relationship. Billy says Sally calls him on things, it's part of why he fell for her. She pointed out his blind spots and holds him accountable. He's confident about bringing her on board. Jack can't argue with that. Billy still feels tension. Is he upset about what he said to Diane about the remodel? Jack asks, do you really think I'm that petty? Jack wonders what Billy doesn't like about the place. Billy tells him it wasn't just one thing, it was a feeling. As soon as he walked in, he felt like he was missing their dad. Jack says he's in the artwork and books. Billy thinks it was different for him and their siblings because they grew up there. He was there such a short time that the feeling of the house was his connection to John. It's gone. No matter what was going on, he felt at peace there when he walked through the door. Jack didn't know that's how he felt. Billy admits his reaction surprised him as well. He wonders if Jack felt the same way and was just keeping the peace with Diane. Jack loved it and meant every word. He thinks their dad would have loved it too. Billy missed the smell of the old place. Jack teases about the musty tapestries. Billy grins. It smells like new paint instead. It felt like losing his dad all over again. He won't pretend he didn't feel that way. Jack admits Diane had to drag him kicking and screaming into this. He worried about the same thing. He can tell him the moment his attitude changed was when Diane told him that his father is not in the house but in his heart. He travels with all of us, he chokes out. Wherever they go, their father is with them. Billy wipes away a tear and says he's right. He's sorry if he offended Diane. He'll apologize. Switching gears, Billy tells Jack he'll be doing a press release party for the launch of the company. Jack wants him to succeed more than anything. If that involves Sally, he won't question it. Finally, Jack asks if he's heard any more from the mysterious Dumas. Billy says he's been hard to pin down. Jack warns Dumas won't hand anything to anyone without strings attached. He doesn't want Abbott Communications to be attacked. Billy is going to take a meeting and hear what he has to say. Jack doesn't want the media company taking a backseat to another one of his pipe dreams. Billy dropping everything to follow a long shot has been a pattern in his life. Billy insists that Abbott Communications is his priority. They argue about whether or not Nikki should get a pass for her involvement in Victor's takeover of Chancellor. Billy fumes that Nikki was right there by his side. How is Jack not infuriated with what Nikki did? Jack has to let go of it, and Billy needs to let go of Chancellor and not go into another battle with Victor. Billy fumes that Jack's never backed away from a battle with Victor, and asks, why should I? The Chelsea problem. At Newman Media, Chelsea and Adam recap her and Sally leaving Marchetti at the same time and becoming competitors. Adam's sure they'll wipe the floor with them. Chelsea doesn't want this to get ugly, and given the animosity and history between him and Billy, it's starting to sound like it already is. Adam concedes that things could get volatile, noting Billy is the one who chose to go into media. Chelsea wants things to stay civilized. Adam suspects Billy and Sally haven't completely moved on from Baltimore. He's sure Billy wants to stick it to him and will try to use Abbott Communications to do it. Chelsea asks why everything has to be so cutthroat with him. If doing good is off the table, they have a problem. Chelsea wants to use Newman Media to do good and give people good information. Adam doesn't think Billy will take the high road, so he's ready to do battle. Chelsea senses he's relishing this. Adam becomes frustrated and suggests they forget about Abbott Communications and focus on Newman Media. Chelsea wants confirmation that Nay will not go after their enemies. Victor appears and says, "It looks like Chelsea's keeping you on your toes." Chelsea repeats that the company shouldn't be used against their enemies. Victor asks for a moment alone with Adam. Chelsea heads out to her office. Once alone, Victor tells his son this is going to require some diplomacy on his part. He knows damn well they're going after their enemies. There's one on the horizon, throwing his weight around. A fellow called Aristotle Dumas. Once in the loop, Adam asks if Dumas has made specific moves against Chancellor. Victor says no, but they have to stay ahead by flooding the market with stories about how strong Chancellor is under Nikki compared to Billy because Dumas is connecting with the abbot. Adam can't understand why he'd want anything to do with an idiot like Billy. Victor says that's exactly what he wants him to put in the coverage. Adam frets that Chelsea's not going to like this one bit. Victor says Billy needs to be taught a lesson. Adam says it could be a deal-breaker for Chelsea. Victor says if she won't go along with it, maybe she's not a good fit. Adam will handle Chelsea. Victor tells him Billy Abbott needs to be crushed, for several reasons. Okay. Trust me on that. Chelsea rejoins Adam after Victor leaves. He doesn't want to lie to her and tells her his father is concerned about a man named Aristotle Dumas. He wants them to put out some positive content about Chancellor saying how well Nikki's doing and trash Billy's failure to be a leader. It looks like you and I are about to have our first professional disagreement, he observes. Lily challenges Damien. Damien walks into the club and spots Lily. She invites him to join her and asks about Amy. Damien says she'll be home for a few days between appointments. The treatment gives her a fighting chance at beating the cancer. Lily can see he's relieved. Damien updates her that he reached out to Dumas to try and arrange a meeting with her. He didn't say no, but he wants to know why she wants a meeting and what she's after. Lily laughs. She wants to know what Dumas is after. If that's her family's company, he can tell her to her face rather than hiding behind Damien. Damien doesn't think Dumas will show his cards during the first meeting, or any meeting. Lily just wants him to know she's protecting her company. Damien warns he may be one of the only men who is not susceptible to her charms. Lily just wants him to know that she's a formidable opponent, as are Devin and Nate. Damien asks, what if you're wrong about Dumas and his intentions? He's seen no evidence that her company is even on his radar. What if all of this is for nothing? Lily admits she's only going by what Victor said. What reason would he have to lie? Damien doesn't know, but he heard that he hung her out to dry. Lily says that's why he owes her now. She explains he was close to her dad and wants to repay the debt. She's heard rumors that Dumas is trying to expand his empire. Damien has heard no grumblings. He asks what he has to do to prove he's not her enemy. Lily believes he doesn't know what Dumas is planning. That doesn't mean he can't use him. Damien's not gullible, and he's not his lapdog. Lily thinks she'd trust him more if he didn't work for Dumas. Damien gawps, are you asking me to quit my job? Lily nods, yeah. Lily points out he doesn't own the businesses, he's just a figurehead with a salary. Damien says it's a good salary. Lily's sure Dumas pays his minions well. Damien asks if she's trying to insult him. Lily shrugs, I just thought you had more ambition than that. Damien, playing along, asks what he'd do if he quit. Lily's sure he could do more than be someone's lackey, she could find something at Winters for him. Damien asks why she'd do that for him. He reminds her of their trust issues and accuses her of wanting to keep her enemy close. Lily denies that's her agenda. He is family and it's a family firm. Damien reminds her if he quits, she'll lose access to Dumas. Lily can find out a different way. She tells him this is his way to prove he has no sketchy connection to Dumas. What do you say? Are you ready to make a move? Damien admits it's not the worst idea he's ever heard. He's done his research on Winters and it could be a fit. He'd consider it for the right spot. The paycheck is also important, what Winters is offering would have to be pretty spectacular. Lily thinks they can work it out. Damien's still amazed by all of this. He points out he'd be taking a risk, his first meeting with the Winters clan was a ploy. Lily tells him to forget it then. Damien chuckles and tells her not to get defensive. He was just doing a little thinking out loud. Lily insists she has no agenda other than to see how far he'll go to prove he can be trusted. Damien tells her that's an agenda, and what she's asking is pretty big. What's in it for him if she and Devin trust him? Lily knows he wants her to trust him. Because you're attracted to me. And you want to see where this could go. Damien remarks, really? He asks if she would also like to see where this could go. She tells him she'll get back to him with an offer and flounces off. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our Update World 24 YouTube channel for more update news.